There's the presumable mastermind behind all this.
I'm not sure if that was their intention.
Well, there's that later cutscene with the minister which lays...
Donald, don't spoil anything.
But, excuse me?
Just ignore him and pass me the controller, Donald. And this is good because I actually really like this next area.
All right, here. I actually need to send you the money for the studio stuff anyway.
So what is it about this section that you like, Barack?
What I feel like the levels start picking up around this part, and I actually think the building up to the upcoming boss is cool as well.
Oh, you talking about Gallium?
Yeah.
That's the boss they brought back in Ultimate, right?
Correct.
God, I fucking love this track.
Yeah, one thing I definitely give Brawl credit for is recreating a lot of old bangers.
What game is this track from? It sounds familiar.
It's Gritzy Desert from Partners in Time.
I fucking hated that whole area.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, it was one of the most boring sections in the game, next to the Toad Town section.
You thought Toad Town was boring?
Well, yeah, it felt like filler.
I don't understand. How does it feel like filler?
Shit.
Well, the desert was boring because it was basically a giant square followed by a generic underground area. And then the town level, in comparison to the surrounding sections, just felt empty. There was little to nothing memorable about it.
Sure, what's there to remember about a destroyed town full of alien monsters?
You're being condescending.
I'll admit the thing I liked most about Gritzy Desert was its theme.
Yeah, the music is fine, but the actual level just feels slow.
You don't need to raise your voice, you know.
Well, it seems like these two are antagonizing me like I just said something atrocious or something.
I was just trying to understand your reasoning.
Well, I'm antagonizing him because he put Partners in B tier.
You put it in B?
Oh, are you another apologist?
No, I'm just a guy who enjoys good games.
Did I say I didn't enjoy it?
Okay, so here's the list we did a little while back, George. We got Thousand Year Door at the top of S, followed by Bowser's Inside Story, then Superstar Saga.
Superstar Saga's in S tier?
Is that a problem?
TTYD and Bowser's is typical, but Superstar Saga is an A at best.
What?
Partners did a lot more to improve the battle system, and I'd argue that it's got the best bundle of bros moves in the series.
Really?
What the fuck are you talking about? Bowser's Inside Story had a great bundle of brothers moves which deal heavy damage. And then let's not forget Bowser had his own set of moves which did a great job of implementing the DS stylus pen. But more importantly, above everything else, you can actually run out of bros moves and Partners because they thought of doing that stupid fucking item gimmick.
You say that, but if you actually play the damn game, you realize that collecting coins and leveling up your power is literally effortless.
Yeah, I usually just stockpile all my items. And aren't there badges in the game which grant you unlimited bros items?
Ooh, badges, which make it like it fucking should have been.
You know what Partners Bros moves have which all of the other games don't? Specifically with the Chomp Capsule, Trampoline, and Copy Flower. You can literally attack an unlimited amount of times depending on your skill level with the action commands. So the bosses you fight, which are quite actually HP tanks, can be brought down in just a short number of turns.
So can I interrupt here and ask what this has to do with Superstar Saga?
Superstar Saga is a great game, but it's void of any challenge.
Okay, so inviting you was a mistake.
And Donald, I'm not gonna lie, it is a pretty easy game.
I mean, Cackletta is pretty challenging.
If you literally just fight most of the enemies you see in the area and focus on BP and power, you can obliterate her in a short number of turns in the final fight. You don't even need to grind experience. It's a fucking cakewalk.
You're such a fucking dick, George.
Oh, because I'm right?
All right, let's dial it down for a bit, please. God, I hate these enemies.
Those spike balls should actually help you a bit there.
True. Oh, what the fuck?
How'd you die in there?
The ceiling is probably just outside of the blast zone. You know, bringing it back to music, this current track is actually my favorite in the game.
Yeah, it is pretty damn good.
The underground theme from Mario Land, right?
Yes, a totally underrated Game Boy game, by the way.
Underrated?
Oh, hell yeah. It's literally one of my favorite OG Game Boy games to return to when I just want to kill time.
Didn't you two put it in bottom D?
Huh?
Joe?
You're such a damn snitch.
Hang on, guys. Okay, let's just start off with this question. Is it a bad game in either of your opinions?
While there are better Mario games you could spend your time playing, I do not believe it's a bad game, no.
Okay, Donald?
What the hell is so great about Mario Land, George?
Because-
To just get all fucking defensive about it like it's a fucking golden chalice atop some pillar of classic gaming.
Are we just going to be fighting about Mario games for this whole section?
Yeah, let's just chill for a second, guys. We got Wario on screen.
Yeah, you're the guy talking about our fucking tier list, Joe.
Just trying to make conversation, Donald.
No, you're trying to instigate shit.
Damn it.
So are we gonna just deny that Mario Land has back-to-back classics in its OST?
George, please, can we just drop it? I'm really trying to focus here.
The star theme is actually a recreation of the original Can Can composed by Jacques Offenbach.
Who gives a fuck?
Barack, I think you're gonna need to go over there.
I know, but I really don't want to at this percent.
Barry, do you want to be here all night?
Of course not, but I'm not going to be careless, Donald.
You have 3 extra stocks if he gets you.
But I'd like to end this with 4. Let me just try to goad him into coming back here.
Barack, for the love of Christ.
There you go.
George, when he found out Mario Land wasn't that great.
Oh, okay,
Donald,
asshole.
shut the hell up.
So did DDD like know what was going on, or?
I think it was heavily implied that he knew what was happening and just thought of a contingency plan in case things went to shit for him.
Yeah, because he went and gave his badge thing to Peach, right?
Yep.
And then the rumbling.
I've heard that phrase before. Is it a reference to something?
It's from Attack on Titan, Joe.
Oh, that's the show with the big people that eat little people, right?
That's got to be the most asinine description I've ever heard for that show.
But not really inaccurate.
Is that shit still going, by the way? Last I heard, people were waiting on like the 15th part of the last season or something.
It ended a long time ago, Joe, and for your information, it was fucking amazing. An absolutely peak anime.
It was not peak, Donald.
What the fuck, George?
Oh, my. Enough of this shit. Well, oh, shit. I always forget about that.
Jesus, man, 45%?
If I remember correctly, there's a fight just up this ladder.
Yep. Huh. Look, it's that funny number.
For the love of God, Joe.
Yeah, I know, I'm sorry, but look, I'm just trying to see if either of these two can crack a smile. They've been locking eyes on each other for like 2 minutes straight, like they're just dying to say something.
Not at all.
Nothing to say here.
Oh, are you fucking kidding me? Okay, I can see that something opened Pandora's box for you too. And I know what it is, so just fucking let it leave your system.
Elaborate on your Attack on Titan take.
I didn't even know you were big on anime like that.
I am with Attack on Titan because it had top-notch storytelling.
It was good, but it ended with too many questions which we'll never get answers to.
Like fucking what, George?
No, do not spoil anything. If you're saying it's done, then I think I'm gonna want to pick it up.
Joe, you're the president. You don't have time for anime.
Oh, is that right?
What the
Are you my
fuck,
fucking
man?
mother?
Joe, you've apparently already dedicated some of your presidency to making Minecraft maps. Perhaps it's best you save the anime stuff for later.
Whatever, fucking mom and dad over here.
All I'm gonna say is Mikasa, Donald. Ackerman Origins. You get me?
All right, maybe there was a bit more to be desired, but it's still really good for what it is.
Yeah, I'll be honest, I just enjoyed the shit I saw. The fights were beautifully animated, and the OST, of course, slaps harder than a lot of shit that I've heard.
This is true.
Dead ass, I saw Chris Christie run like that to the restroom once.
Where?
At the 2016 Republican National Convention. And you know, I'm not trying to be a dick or anything, guys, but he fucking brought Popeyes when it was already established that meals would be at the event.
So he essentially gave himself the shits?
Yeah.
Glad I sat out that year.
If I'm not mistaken, both you and your brother Jeb sat out that year, right?
Yeah, I mainly did it for him because he was a bit upset about losing the primaries.
I mean, it's what happens when you're a low-energy candidate, George. You guys remember Please Clap?
That was one of his greatest shames. It wasn't long after that year where he became more of a recluse.
I mean, who knows? Maybe we can set up some kind of game night with the guy to raise his spirits if he's been down.
Nah, from my understanding, he's been doing well lately.
Psst, that was great.
What?
All right, time to get Charizard.
Something I wish this story mode did was incorporate more established enemies. Like I know we get the Koopas, Hammer Bros, and Bullet Bills, but what about the Kremlings or Waddle Dees?
Aren't those flying eye things from Kid Icarus?
There is an eye enemy in that series, but it isn't the enemy you see here.
But isn't the whole idea that there's a new unknown
no.
force of evil that's trying to take over the world?
I mean,
I
at
better stay away
first,
from
yeah.
that.
But then they reveal that Bowser and
Ugh, what the
Ganondorf
hell?
are involved. So what's the excuse then?
I don't know, but hey,
Ooh, that
at least the
sucks.
things we got were
Son
pretty
of a
cool,
fucking
right?
bitch.
I suppose.
I fucking hate flows.
I wasn't expecting them to pull out an infinite on you. And just like that, Ivysaur.
Oh, wait, I think I know this part.
It's like a maze or button puzzle, right?
I would say it's more about timing with buttons.
So button puzzle then.
A little too basic for it to be a puzzle.
Okay, I gotta hurry.
Don't forget that one.
You better move out of the way.
Oh, can that sliding door kill you?
Yes, it can.
Ugh, I am not putting up with this.
Sure looks like you are.
Do those buttons just drop the floor segments?
Yeah, that's why I'm trying to not fight.
Barry, sometimes you gotta swing.
All right, let's catch a Pokemon. Correct me if I'm wrong, but Charizard is not a dragon type, right?
What, are you really asking that?
He's a flying fire type. But in the 6th generation, they introduced Mega Charizard X, which made him Fire Dragon.
That's where he's got that black and blue design, right?
Right.
That look was actually pretty badass for him, I gotta say. I forgot about that move.
Gotta love Rock Smash.
Yeah, he definitely feels different.
Ivysaur?
Uh-huh.
Try Squirtle, Barack. I think he might be more optimal.
Why the hell did you do that?
I thought he was going to jump up.
Fortunately, he didn't go for the punish.
See, look, what did I say?
Yep, it all worked out.
I seriously wonder what this place was.
Kind of reminds me of the Pillars of Ender from your Minecraft map.
Don't reference Quest to kill the Ender Dragon.
Well, there's Gallium.
Does anyone else feel like playing?
Nah, I'm good.
Yeah, feel free to close out the Gallium arc.
Works for me. You know what? Let me switch it up and try Ike and Meta Knight first.
Ike is actually my go-to for levels like this because of his vertical attack. It works well against the wind and is decently effective against any incoming foes.
All right. Oh, come on.
God, the fucking damage you take on Intense is stupid.
What? I air dodged.
That doesn't have enough invincibility frames to get by that, Barack. You're better off doing a roll or just avoiding it altogether.
At least he passed them.
Son of a bitch, not this fucker.
I despise the Armangs.
They're quite actually a mini-boss enemy, correct?
It's not like they're super difficult or anything. I just hate how they take time to beat. Okay, there we go.
Wow, I was expecting you to lose Ike there.
I appreciate the jab, Joe.
Well, no, it's just because of the percent.
Nice.
Ooh.
See what happens when you put shit out into the universe, Joe?
Well, what the hell ever, man. He could have countered.
This was honestly one of the cooler subspace bosses.
Yeah, I agree. Definitely has the best boss music in the game.
Really? Even better than Taboo's?
Yeah, I love its intensity.
I think the way to go here is to land heavy hits and counters.
It would also be a good idea to not just jump into hitboxes. He calls that move Stumbling Joe.
Oh, okay, you know, that's not fucking funny, dickhead.
No, you should have countered.
Damn.
It's okay, we still got Meta Knight.
Whoa, did you slice that missile?
I'm not sure, but I'll take it. No.
Thankfully, not enough knockback.
Good DI there, Barack.
Oh, what the fuck was that?
I didn't even know there was a hitbox there.
Oh, Jesus fucking Christ.
Really tried the dramatic finish, huh?
Okay, cool. That was at least a cool finish.
Not gonna lie, I always thought he looked kind of badass here.
Yeah, but it would have been more badass if we didn't just fight him.
And that's that.
My boy really ended with a kick to his dick. I remember this scene actually had me a bit worried.
Did you actually think that they were going to die?
Well, no, but it's still an intense moment.
Wow, I never noticed how Trainer really gives up there.
Thank God for Meta Knight.
But couldn't he have just used Charizard to fly them away?
I guess his emotions had him freeze up or something.
I guess that makes sense.
Fellas forever, am I right, boys?
Yeah, sure. So who's playing next?
Would you guys mind if I get another go?
Not at all. Here's the controller, Joe.
If I'm not mistaken, we're actually approaching a boss which is rather tricky on intense mode. Probably not the next section, but I know it's coming.
Well, whoever it is, I bet you they're not ready for these hands.
Were you expecting me to come in with an outro? Yeah, so Barack and the boys beat Gallium, and from the looks of things, there's an upcoming boss that George is worried about. I bet that's going to be something. Well, okay, yeah, I know. I'm sorry for not being prepared. You see, I was distracted. Distracted by all of the upcoming projects we have planned for the future, as well as the stuff I'm about to flash you with on screen. Now, my friends, revel in the sight of my enjoyment of this song.